Hi, this is Praveen Pundlik. I'm a founder and CEO of Taskmatic Technologies Private Limited. It's a Pune-based company. At Taskmatic, we don't just do automate the processes, we orchestrate the intelligent automations. We go beyond the simple robotics process automations by strategically integrating agentic AI to understand our business unique workflows, design a custom business plan, align with our customers' goals and rules, and recommend the perfect blend of solutions, unlocking their unprecedented productivity gains and cost reduction while empowering our customers' team for strategic innovation. Taskmatic, we in Taskmatic serves a vast array of industries and organizations. Our deep domain experience across industries have helped us augment value while optimizing cost for our customers. The major three areas that we focus and have the very strong domain knowledge are banking and finance, in that we support our customers in automating their various operation process such as loan processes, fraud detection, as well as various compliance reporting that is required from a RBI regulatory task, as well as most operation process that helps them reduce over 50% of their cost by automating those processes. In insurance, we streamline overall claim processes, underwritings, as well as policy management and other processes that help them over 60% of faster turnaround. Also, the final area of domain is healthcare, enhancing the patient scheduling, billing, as well as record management for care quality is the key in today's world, and we are helping our customers in those needs. Now, what is the problems that we are solving with our company, right? So, especially in these three areas of domain, banking and finance, as well as insurance and healthcare, as you understand, over 90% of the processes are manual, repetitive, mundane, and inefficient. They are very slow, that causing substantial high operations cost with more human error prone results, causing inefficiency in the processes, which are lack in resiliency as well as quality issues, and that impact the end customers. So the problem we are solving in this company, the company that we have formed and providing the various products are helping our customers to reduce this inefficiency, as there are a lot of manual process that waste valuable resources. High cost is areas, lot of because of these manual process, their operation expenses eventually drain their profits. Also, because of this manual process, there are a lot of errors that get generated, human errors, that impacts customer satisfaction. So, especially in banking as well as insurance, such errors cause a regulatory issues as well as the compliance issues and result in reputation damage as well as invites heavy regulatory fines. So in Taxmatics, basically, we offer the matchless digital transformation with agentic artificial intelligence as well as robotics process automation services to streamline these industries' business processes. Taskmatic helps business as partners by understanding their pain points and then collaborating in automating the business which are currently in manual, very repetitive, mundane, and tedious. We used our smart AI bots, which understand their business rules and help them to streamline this process in a very automatic, efficient way. This helps to improve their overall productivity, reduces immensely operation cost, and free up their resources that can be used for more creative and strategic work. In our technology solutions, we address these problems using robotics, right, which basically work 24 by 7. Agentic artificial intelligence, which independently take a decisions from the data patterns to improve that over time, as well as we seamlessly integrate with clouds as well as various systems that involve at the business end, which will provide quite a seamless customer experience. And there is to ensure that there's no disruption or at least minimum disruption during the implementation. What we will do in this part of work is showcase you one of the product offering that we have built up as a proof of concept where we can understand the one of the manual process and how our system or our implementation help them to automate, do the digital transformation. So let me share some of these processes so that you can have better understanding of what I'm talking about here. Let's consider these as one of the loan process in the banking, right? So we get various loans in the banks, whether it's auto loans, credit loans, or various other business loans, right? Now, there's a huge hundreds and thousands of data that get processed every week, in month, which are very manual in nature. So agent, basically the front end, uh, gets this customer's data, put it in the Excel sheets, spreadsheets, send it across to the say loan officer via email. The loan officer did this. So if you look at these particular flow, right, when they send it the email, right, the email get received, right, the loan officer validate that there's attachment, then he download it on their desktop, making sure that he check each record and validate all the data very manually based on the business rules. Then the data which are valid, he basically goes into the core banking system, input that data, key that data, get the loan IDs, populate that Excel sheet again with output column and send it across for the final processing. So this is all being done manually, and you can imagine over week 300 plus loans are get processed with 4 to 5 resources working all time. That delays the overall support to their customers, quality issues, right? There are chances of manual errors, right? So if we look at what we did for this is put a business rule, right? So no email attach or the data which are required for the loan processing is valid, then loan term is 13510, right? The age is over 18, loan amount, you approve the loans which has less than 3 times the customer's yearly income. So this is a very simple business logic, but consider when it goes very complex, and that requires a lot of manual effort. And then it goes to the system, right? Other system, input that data, generate that loan ID, and basically put that in the Excel and send it across for the final processing, right? Now, if I show you this is going to be the input file, right? So consider for this particular purpose as part of the proof of concept, we have 100 records, right? Which has various columns, right? Some are blank, some are incorrect, does not suffix your business rules. So those are basically being come as an input. Then we have created a product which basically read this data and provide that output that it eventually send out for the final processing along with inputting that in another integrated system called loan system, which creates the loan ID. Now, this is the output file, right? So eventually our system will generate these output file with the message. This is a new column being added based on the business validations. If all the data is correct, it generated the loan ID and it goes for the final processing. Now, coming back to that, right? So you got these email, say for example, you got the email from your front desk having the input file, which need to get processed with all the validations, and then this email will send back to the final, say, senior loan officer for another email IDs. So eventually, this file will get downloaded, validated, processed, and send it across. Now, what our product does is it has a multiple workflows that we created. Like one is for main, which basically picks up, do the data tables, all the data validations. Then there's another flow called data validations, then all the values, whether all presents or not, or required values are null or not, that validations happen. Then loan generator, right? So it opens up another application, integrated with another applications, create the loans. So all this happens. Now, what we can do is we will run these. So if you remember, we have 100 records, right? If you do that manually, it takes almost a month to process those data. However, the product that we are working using the robotics and agentic AI is quickly turn around that data in a few minutes. So we'll run this program, and you can see that it pick up the email, download it, validate the data, put the valid data into the loan application, generate a loan ID, and create that output file and send it across. So we'll run that. Is you can see is this timing, right? It will run within 3 to 4 minutes. So take a look. So it's now downloading the file. Now it is preparing for the execution. It's currently editing it. You can see this now. Is preparing. It is currently editing. Also behind the scene, it is validating the data, and those data which are validated, it will try to put it into the another application, integrate with another application core system, and run that. So it's basically those data which are validated, those rows. So we have seen 10 loan applications, loan data, rows of data is after validation, business validation, it is getting into the new application, right? Integrating there, keying those data and creating the loan ID and taking that loan ID, putting it back into the Excel sheet as an output. So behind the scene, the robot is basically working at the back end and basically keying that data, creating those loan IDs, then taking that loan IDs and pasting it onto the output Excel, which eventually will send out to the concerned authority for the final processing. So overall, these 100 rows of records, as an example of in the proof of concept, gets processed within 4 minutes. This task generally take, if you do it manually, for the four full-time employees to do this job in 25 days. So that's kind of a efficiency that will get achieved during such operations. So you can imagine the bank basically get these four resources moved into the core business so that they can earn more revenues. And at the same time, along with the time efficiency, the error are are minimal or no error at all, right? So that saves a lot of time in debugging as well as it provides very satisfying customer service. So we're almost there now. Okay, so this process is now complete. So if you look at these, this was the input action, yeah, with all the data of 100 rows, it created exactly the same output with all the rows, and it added another column, right? Which the data validation messages if the age is blank or the given email ID is blank or loan amount is blank or loan term is not valid based on the business rule. And if his loan is valid, all the data is valid, created a loan ID. All these is get populated as output, and this output file eventually gets sent out in an application. So you see this, this is the output file that gets sent out to whoever the recipient that you want to put it. So this is how our whole process works, all right, in an automatic way. As you saw, so this is what being achieved in automatic. So this process with 100 records takes four resources with close to 20 plus days of work can be done in a very automatic, innovative way within 4 to 5 minutes. And such programs can be scheduled, say, on the Friday 5 p.m., so that it will runs behind the scene and process those records, load creations over on Friday itself, so that Monday all those customers get the confirmation, right? So such a way we can improve the efficiency. This process is more resilient, save substantial cost, and at the same time, you can have those resources working for your core business, strategic business to bring more revenues to the bank. This is what the proof of concept is, and this is what we are doing at Taskmatic to help our customers in a very intelligent automation way to get to their digital transformation journey. And for this, we'll we going seeking for government sponsored seed funding to help us to grow our business, to implement this product in various industries, which we have a deep domain knowledge in banking, finance, as well as insurance and healthcare. This is all about. Thank you for your time, uh, and basically look forward if there's any question, happy to address. And for the businesses, we are going to support in their digital transformation journey. Thank you.